Hello to all, good evening, and thank you for joining me on Cricfit again this Monday evening. We have somebody very special lined up as always on Dial C for Cricfit. आप सभी का स्वागत है, नमस्ते, सलाम वालेकुम, hello, welcome to Cricfit और looking forward to your company this evening. आज हमारे साथ Indian cricketer Hanuma Vihari will be joining us for a live chat. Hanuma Vihari has played 9 test matches for India and has in a very short span बहुत अच्छी उपलब्धियां हासिल की है अपने खेल में और अर्न द रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ विराट कोहली एज वेल. तो आज हमारे साथ जुड़ने वाले हैं डायल सी फॉर क्रिकफिट पे हनुमा विहारी, 26-year-old मिडिल ऑर्डर बैट्समैन who has a century and 450s as well, and we will be talking a lot about his cricket and how his experience for sharing the dressing room with Virat Kohli and the rest of the boys. Remember very recently he had stated that ये ड्रेसिंग रूम में कुछ तो अलग है इंडियन ड्रेसिंग रूम में, जिसकी वजह से इनकी परफॉर्मेंस में भी बहुत तीव्रता आई है. तो आज हम सब बात करेंगे. बहुत दोस्त मेरे आ गए. पक्षल जैन, गुड इवनिंग, आपको पहले हाय बोल रहा हूँ. साहिल मेहता, आपको भी हेलो बोल रहा हूँ. थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग. मजा आता है जब भी मैं लाइव आता हूँ और आप जुड़ जाते हैं, तो लगता है कि माहौल बन रहा है. बोलते हैं ना, माहौल बनाना चाहिए. बिग फैन ऑफ विहारी सर, सेज शुक्ला यू कैन आस्क योर क्वेश्चन एज वेल. जितिन, very good evening, great to have you, and we will discuss a lot about Hanuma Vihari. Even I like his batting technique. देखिए, एक टेस्ट मैच में जब हम बात करते हैं ना क्रिकेट के बारे में, जो कोई क्रिकेटर स्टार्ट करता है अपना क्रिकेट, बताया जाता है कि कॉम्पैक्ट बैट्समैन चाहिए, टेक्निक साउंड होना चाहिए, सॉलिड मिडिल ऑर्डर बैट्समैन चाहिए. और जब भी हम लोग हनुमा विहारी को देखते हैं तो वो सब झलक दिखता है. वी कैन गेट टू सी ऑल एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ दिस. सो इफ यू हैव योर क्वेश्चंस, please hashtag dial C for Cricfit today. Only those questions we will be taking live. Please hashtag dial C for Cricfit, and then we can take your questions. Yeah, Vihari should be joining us anytime soon. We've already sent him an invitation, and there he is. I'll be accepting his us anytime soon. We are just waiting to connect with him. And it's so nice to have a young cricketer, young Indian cricketer. And there he is. Hanuman, good evening. How are you?
How are you? I'm good.
Very nice. Very good. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for accepting our request, Hanuma. Very kind of you.
Pleasure.
Right. Hanuma, how's it going? Hanuma, the voice is echoing. Are you in an enclosed area? The voice is echoing back.
Okay. Just a second.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Is it better now? Or should I wear
Yeah,
it?
much better. Much better.
Yeah. So what was the question again?
Yeah, how's it going? The lockdown, almost 50 plus days. Life has changed a lot for everybody. How is it for the cricket and how is it for Hanuma Vihari?
Yeah, it has changed a lot, and obviously we've got nothing much to do other than focusing on our fitness and watching our old videos. So there's nothing much to do, but that is how it is. So we have to to do whatever best we can possible at this point of time.
Right. Are you a movie buff? Are you a web series buff? You are watching any web series right now?
Yeah, I'm watching a lot of Netflix and Amazon and stuff like that. I'm watching a lot of movies from the past, but yeah, I give equal time to everything now, whether it is helping out on the household things or watching movies or maintaining my fitness. So there's a lot of activity which I'm trying to do throughout the day.
Right, Hanuman. All I want to say is that you're looking fit, you're looking good, and I wish you the very best post the lockdown for all of Indian cricket campaigns that lined up for you.
Yeah, thank you, Mikkhail.
Okay, Hanuma, we have a few questions lined up for you, and everybody on Cricfit as well are big fan of your cricket, your technique, your compact skills. So we'll begin with this moment where you made your debut for India.
Yeah.
Again, the voice is echoing. Hanuma, I can hear my voice back as I talk to you.
Can you give me a
Now
couple
it's
of
better.
minutes?
Now it's better. Now it's better. Yeah,
Okay.
now it's better. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you made your debut against England, and you got a 50 on debut. In the next innings, you got a 0 as well. So it was bittersweet symphony over there. Can you take us to that moment when Virat Kohli gave you the cap and you in the dressing room walking out to play your first game? Must have been very special, Hanuma. You've seen a lot of hardships.
Yeah, it was a special moment for me because I waited for that moment for a lot of years. I've been performing well in the domestic circuit for 4 5 years before that consistently. So it was a long wait. It wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy ride, but all I would like to say is it was all worth it. The moment which I took the test cap from Virat, it was a special moment for me, and then scoring a 50 on debut was icing on the cake, I would say. So it was worth the wait, I could say.
Did Virat say something to you while giving over the cap? Something you remember, or something the teammate, some special thing you remember? Anybody told you?
No, all that I remember was the coach Ravi Shastri. So he just told me that you've done well for India A and domestic cricket. So this only one step higher than what you do in domestic cricket. So believe in your ability, and that is exactly what I tried to do.
Absolutely, but not. But very soon you were drafted in as an opener in just your third test against Australia.
Yeah.
Were you? When did you get to know that you'll be opening? Were you a little nervous as well? Because you're slated as a number six batsman. You walk in at number like at the fall of the fourth wicket you come in, but suddenly opening the innings, was it a little different, challenging, and difficult as well? Or you took in the stride? Because let me tell you, you were facing Hazelwood, you were facing
Yeah.
Cummins, and you were facing Stark. Now that's quite a handy
Yeah.
gift in the third test.
Yeah. Yeah, it was quite a challenge, and the two we were one all in the series going into Melbourne. So that was an important game for us, and the reason why the management asked me to open was the openers weren't firing at that point of time in the series. So we had to play Rohit as well. Rohit came back from an injury after the second test. So that is the reason why I had to go up the order. Rohit wasn't opening in Test cricket then, so that was a good challenge. 80,000 people watching you, and me facing the first ball on a Boxing
Wow.
Day against Mitchell Stark. That itself
Oh,
is it's a challenge to look forward to. So that is exactly what I told myself, and I was glad that I could do a job for the team. I wouldn't say I performed exceptionally well in that Test match, but I thought I did a job there.
crowd, Boxing Day Test match, Mitchell Stark steaming in. To me, as a listener, it sounds intimidating. I mean, it can be very intimidating, but you
Yeah,
as a batsman to face up with that challenge must have been equally, challenging. And you had the nerves as well, little butterflies in the stomach.
Yeah, it was there. Before facing the first ball while going into bat, I was a bit nervous and having a debutant, Mayank, because
All
he would
right.
also be very as nervous as me because I was playing my third test and he was playing his first test. So there was two guys in the middle, new to Test cricket, all of nerves. So it was an exciting time for us. The Test match itself was a memorable one for us.
Hanuma, what's good about your start in your nine test matches where you have a century and 450s is, I was just observing,
Yeah,
you have faced Anderson, Broad, Stokes, Curran, Roach, Gabriel, Holder, Saudi, Bolt, Wagner. You faced the best bowling attack in the world across different conditions and the
yeah.
Australians as well. If I have to pick out, if I ask you to pick up one country or maybe one bowling attack or maybe one bowler that asked you a lot of questions and challenged your abilities, or who would it be? Maybe a country wise, or maybe a bowler wise, or maybe an attack wise. You can choose that.
I would like to pick two bowlers there. Obviously, I faced Anderson and Broad in Oval, which was termed as a good batting wicket in England. That's the best batting wicket you can find in England. But otherwise, I didn't face them in Lords or where conditions were a bit helpful, so I really can't comment about them. But two bowlers which I found really challenging was Saudi in New Zealand,
Oh my!
especially in those wickets. And Kemar Roach in West Indies, he was quite challenging as well with the angle which he uses. So these are the two bowlers which they know their skills very well, which they understand their skills well, and they were at the peak of their abilities at that point of time, I feel.
Right, you spoke about Kemar Roach and spoke about West Indies. In fact, are you aware that in the post-match discussion when Virat Kohli was addressing the media, you did
Yeah.
mention your role and impact, and also mentioned that each time Hanuma Vihari was in the middle, the dressing room was very calm and relaxed because
Yeah.
he's on top of his technique, top of his game. He's very compact and he's got great technique. Very good words coming from the captain for you. Must have really helped you as well, Hanuma.
Yeah, it gives a lot of confidence, especially from the captain and the player. Is coming from him was a big boost for me. Especially when I'm very early on in my career, and I need that confidence. And although you get runs, but having that backing of the team and the team management is also very important. And knowing that such a great player having that kind of confidence in me itself gives you a good boost. So it's always nice to hear those words from him.
Yeah, I was reading quite a few anecdotes, and everybody, in fact, Sir Vivian Richards as well, when you were batting in West Indies, did mention that I like the way Hanuma plays in the V. That's something that's trademark, synonymous with any good batsman. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was always my strength growing up as well. I played a lot of bowling machine when I was young, so I was always trying to hit the ball straight and play in the V, so that the drives came naturally to me. So I would say that was my strength, and obviously a great player like him recognizing that strength of mine is a great feeling. After the game, also he came to me, Sir. We came to me and he said, "I like the way you keep your shape and play those drives." And that was coming from him was a
Oh, wow.
great moment for me, big moment for
Oh,
me.
wow. Oh wow, that's just so lovely. Yeah, and I'm so happy as well. Listen, for all that for all that you've achieved in a very short span, I hope the longevity continues. Vihari. You're looking good. You're going great, and that's how it should be. May I add as well. Uh, Hanuma, is it fair to say that sometimes a batsman who's done so well in Ranji cricket and who's made his entry into cricket not on the basis of IPL but on the basis of first class in domestic cricket sometimes gets branded as a test player, test specialist, labeled as a test player. Does there lie a danger for any batsman to be typecast as a particular format player, and you feel maybe you are sometimes being looked upon as a test specialist, but you want to say that I am an ODI, I am a T20 specialist as well. You played the IPL, you've got a list average, if I'm not wrong, of 40 as well.
Yep.
You've got a list average of 45.73.
Yep. So many people doesn't know that I have a good average in list A. I have a good record in list A. They only think that obviously because I'm averaging so high in first class cricket, they always think that I'm a very good red ball player. But I for myself realize that, and I understand that I can play all formats of the game, and I have the belief that I can do that. It's only a matter of time before that opportunity comes, and I can prove that I'm a good white ball player as well. But for that to happen, I have to keep performing consistently in whatever chances I get in international cricket. And if I keep performing consistently, and I'm sure that chance will come.
Yeah, that's because you played your first IPL game in 2013, if I'm not wrong, with SRH. I remember that young Hanuma Vihari, clean shaven, short hair, or maybe longer hair, little adventurous. And when I saw you after all the years, in between you didn't play the IPL for a long time. Of course, you started playing a lot of Ranji and getting good runs over there. And suddenly I saw you in the beard and all. I'm like, okay, the little boy has become a big man now. It is so nice to see. 22 IPL games from 2013 to 2020. How would you like to describe this IPL journey of yours?
The major of the matches I played in one season, I think I played 17 games in 2013. And I had a stop-start career in the IPL. I was picked once, I was not picked. And I wouldn't say I have a good IPL record, or, you know, I have a good journey in the IPL. It was always stop-start. I missed a lot of games. I was dropped for a lot of games. But whatever chances I got it very early in my career. I was only 18 at that point of time, and I didn't honestly I didn't have the strength at that time to clear the boundaries. But I wish if I had those chances now, maybe I could have done much better in my IPL career as well.
You did get a chance with Delhi Capitals and they released you as well. And you did mention also somewhere that you're a little disappointed of not making it to the side. You still
Yeah,
harbor ambitions of playing the IPL and as a top order, middle order batsman.
100%. I'm only 26 at this point, and I feel I have
Obviously.
a lot to give to the game. And if I can get into a side and get the right opportunity, and I'm sure I can make an impact in any side. And I'm only hoping for an opportunity, in the future, if I can get that opportunity and if I can showcase whatever skills I have in white ball cricket, and I'm sure I can do that.
Yes, and I'm hoping as well to see the IPL. You've done exceptionally well in this 22 games.
Yeah.
Just that an opportunity is what that you need in your career to get going. Hanuma, you did mention that your performance has largely been helped by the dressing room atmosphere.
Yeah.
What's it like being in a dressing room that has Virat Kohli, that has Pujara, that has all kinds of different kinds of characters, minds, behaviors? Can you share some anecdotes? Something in a dressing room has helped you and your game as well grow in the middle.
I think for a team who is highly talented and players like you mentioned, high skilled players, the dressing room in itself is very calm. They maintain a good calmness in the dressing room. That is very important to have when you have such big players, and at the same time when you have youngsters as well coming up, because they don't throw in the weight as a senior player or legends of the game. They don't throw in the weight in the dressing room. They give us space and let us improve our game, and let us learn from our own mistakes. So they're not intimidating. I would say they are very friendly, and they they're very approachable as well as a person. Whether it is Virat or Pujara or Ajinkya or whoever the seniors are, they're very approachable, and that is the best part of this team. You can go and talk to any one of them at any point of time.
Wonderful, very nice. Hanuma, your strength is really with crease occupation. You can grind and you can really spend a lot of time. If you had to define or describe yourself as a batsman, this is what people say, this is what I read about you. If you have to describe yourself as a batsman over the years, what you have learned and what you practice in the middle, how would you like to, say it?
I think now I'm turning into a more flexible kind of a batsman, especially after batting at number 6 in Test cricket. That is a position where you have to be really flexible and play according to the situation of the game. When I got the Test 100, can you
Yeah,
hear me?
VVS Lakshman used to bat at number 6,
Yeah.
if you remember. Yeah, please
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, so that is a position where you have to change gears or you have to bat according to the situation of the game. If you remember my Test 100, I got it in 200 balls, so that was a strike rate of 50. But I got the 50 in New Zealand at a strike rate of 75 or 80. So that keeps changing according to the situation of the game and the conditions which you are playing. So that is one thing which I'm trying to get better at, and I feel I'm really confident of doing that because I know that I have the skill sets to change the gears whenever I need to do it.
Wonderful. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, we'll keep it a little light now. One innings from the past you wish you would have wanted to play. One innings from the past played by any legendary cricketer that you wish you were part of or you played that inning.
I think, like you mentioned, VVS Lakshman, I think 281 of his is a historic
Monumental.
innings and historic test match for Indian cricket. So that is one inning which I want to play if I can do that.
Right. Most fun batsman to bat along in the middle.
I think Virat is fun. He's very energetic and he's very intimidating for the bowlers as well. So it makes your job easier. So he's one batsman who's fun to bat.
Oh yes. He's the only batsman who can put fear into the bowlers. Unlike the opposite way. We're having a lot of questions also coming in, Hanuma. Let me tell you, today's cricket fan is a well-informed, knowledgeable cricket fan. He asks questions like Richie Beno and Tony Greig as well, the late commentators. But let me add get a few questions over here now. I'll just quickly get a few questions, and then we can. Something wrong. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Sahil Mehta is asking, which is the most difficult place to bat in? Australia, England, or New Zealand, or West Indies, since you've played in all the 4 countries?
Yeah, if I have to pick one, I think it would be New Zealand for me. The pitches which we played in recently, I think it's quite challenging for any player. You need a bit of luck, and at the same time, you have to be really sure about your technique. So that is one place I found it very difficult.
All right. Om Mangtan is asking, Vihari sir, why is it we're seeing a trend in the last few years that test debutants or test players don't get a chance in shorter formats? Pujara, Ishant Sharma, Vijay.
Uh, I feel
If
the reason being
you're answering,
we are.
if you're not comfortable answering, you can skip it, Hanuma,
No,
okay?
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I think the brand we are getting branded quite quickly. I feel it is. It is not something to do with the opinion of the public, but it's just that the way we play, we are playing for the cause of the team. We are playing for the situation of the team. If you see Pujara in Australia, he was outstanding with the time he spent in the middle. That actually helped us, winning that series. So it's only about the situation and the format. You have to respect the format which you play, and for that we are getting branded. That's fine. As players, you are confident of playing all the formats. That is more important.
Right, very, very well said, Hanuma. Sahil again is asking, how is it to bat with the tail enders? What's the strategy you follow?
Actually, it was quite new for me because I batted top of the order most of my career in first class cricket. But to bat at number 6 and bat with the tail was a very good experience, especially when I got my 100. If not for Ishant, I don't think I would have got that 100. He spent a lot of time in the middle, got his first 50. So it was a great experience. Although he was a senior, I had to tell at some point of time what he was doing, and but he was a great help for me in that innings. He guided me when I was in the 80s for a long time. He guided me and he gave me confidence that he would bat at one end. So it was very important. The communication between the batsman and the lower order is very important, I feel.
Right, coming back to your domestic cricket quickly, in 2016-17 from Hyderabad, you shift
Yeah.
to Andhra Pradesh. Why that move? What prompted you to shift that, to make that move?
I think it was
Hanuma?
more to do. I was not enjoying my cricket in Hyderabad because I was not progressing to the next level. At the same time, I was performing, but still I was not progressing. At the same time, team wasn't doing well. So I wanted a change in the environment and I wanted to make a difference. So Andhra at the same time invited me to play for them, and I was born in Andhra. So it felt like home for me straight away when I went in, and I thought I made a difference there. The team did well. I was performing well, and I got a chance to play for the country. So
Oh, yeah.
it turned out to be a good move after all.
Brilliant. That's because in the 2017-18 season, you were averaging 94, and you also had a triple century against Odisha of 302 not out. So that was a super decision you made, and you became only the second player after MSK Prasad after 19 years to play for India as well. So I must say that your story is very inspirational. I did read an article. I don't want to make this very emotional, but I did read that when you were 13 years old and you were going for selections, you had to face a bit of hardships as well. And your mother, you call her the bravest person you've ever seen in your life. She actually ensured that she got a cricket pitch ready for you so that you play cricket. I mean, these stories are really inspiring. Could you share a little bit on with the fans as well, Hanuma?
Yeah, I lost my dad when I was 12, so it was a tough time for us. But at the same time, my mom was very strong, and she was supporting me 100%, and she prepared a wicket for me when I was 12 or 13. Uh, she bought a land and she prepared a wicket and a bowling machine. She bought a bowling machine. So from then on, I was practicing daily for 4 to 5 hours. After I went to the academy, came back and I was practicing continuously every day. So that actually helped me, in my game to prepare against quality attacks. If you play bowling machine and play good speed at a very early age, it will help you improve quite quickly, and that exactly happened for me. And she played a major role in me getting better at my game and improving my game.
Yes, if you, from my side, please, when you meet your mother, a big salute to her,
Thank you.
Haruma. Arash Taneja is asking, what's your mindset while batting? The voice is echoing once again. Yeah.
Is it better?
What's your mindset while batting? Arash Taneja is asking.
I think now after playing international cricket, my mindset has changed quite a bit. Now I'm thinking more about the situation of the game. So once I understand what situation I'm batting in, then I prepare my mind accordingly. If I go in a situation where I have to, back time and stay there in the middle, then I tune my mind accordingly. I try to be a lot more patient and play close to the body. So I tell my mind those kind of inputs. But if I have to be aggressive, then I bat freely without any thought in my mind. I try to bat according to the merit of the ball. So I have a flexible mindset at the point of time. As I said,
So
once
you
I
can shift
started
gears.
playing,
You can shift gears.
yeah. So that is always there in my game. I understand that I can shift gears quite easily. So I'm quite flexible at the point of time.
Right. Are you aware? I just got a piece of statistic. I thought I'd share it with you as well. You're the only Indian to average over 100 against a bowler, Jason Holder. Were you aware of the stat?
No, this is the first time I'm hearing, but
Right.
I'm happy that I can do that.
Yeah, and at one point, I believe your first class average was second only to Steve Smith in world cricket.
Yeah,
2015-16?
yeah. I think I was averaging around 62 at one point of time in first class cricket. Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure all this has helped you make the debut in 2018. Who's had the maximum influence for you? Of course, your mom has been
Yeah.
there pushing you, but in the cricketing circles, your coach or your friend or cricketer whom you always looked up to and has inspired you.
I think I have a coach. I have two coaches actually. One is a mentor and one is a coach. Growing up, I think R. Sridhar, who is a fielding coach now, he was my childhood coach. So he's one person who was always there, working on my technique, working on my mindset. So he helped me a lot growing up. And John Manoj sir, who was the head of the academy, he was like a father figure to me. After I lost my father, he was like he was the one person who I can always go to and approach for whatever problems I had. So these are two person who I give a lot of credit for my success.
Right. I need to ask you as well. You were part of the Under 19 World Cup team as well, right?
Yeah,
Uh, and how was it? Not a great outing for you.
yeah,
You come
yeah,
out well. Post that. What happened in the under 19? Usually, players make a splash, and then
yeah.
we pick them up. Okay, he's the next boy who'll make it big from here. But you had a quiet one, and you quietly climbed the ladder after that.
Yeah, 2012 World Cup, which I was part of. It was not a great outing, but we still won the World Cup. So I was. It was like a bittersweet moment for me. Although I was happy that we won the World Cup, but
You were
not
with
doing well.
Unmuk Chand,
Yeah,
right?
correct. So I knew that I had to work a lot, and have to put in the hardship to get into the international level because I didn't do myself a favor by not performing in the under 19 circuit. So that is exactly what I did. I put in a lot of performances in the domestic cricket, and I came through the ladder. There was no shortcuts there, and I was happy that I could do that. Gaining that experience in domestic cricket was very important.
Oh yes, and listen, no shortcut as you mentioned over there, and you made it to an Indian side where the competition is at a very high level right now, unparalleled competition at the moment. How do you look at this Indian middle order competition where players are pushing for places? You have Rohit Sharma, you have Shreyas Iyer doing well in the ODIs, you have Shubman Gill in the top order, you have Prithvi Shaw as well, KL Rahul coming in. How do you look? I understand the camaraderie is great, but it's a great competition as well.
Yeah, it is good to have that kind of competition. It helps the team succeed as well. If you have that competition, then you're always on your toes. You're not in a phase where you're complacent with one or two good performances. After the 100 I got, I was not in the 11. Coming and playing back in India. But I understand that that is the team situation, and the team combinations demand that kind of changes. So you have to understand those kind of moves from the team. And but talking about competition, it's always good to have that competition within the team. And I always try to give in my best and not think too much about all the other stuff that's going on behind.
Wonderful, very nice, very nice. That century, you followed it up with the 50 as well in the second innings, right?
Yeah.
Uh, could you take us through those two innings of yours and what was it batting like against a hostile West Indies attack? Because if I'm not wrong, Kohli also stated that batting in Jamaica was not easy.
Yeah.
But that's where we saw Hanuma Vihari's skills come to the fore, and that's when we realized he's top notch with his technique, and this is where he brings the calming factor into the middle order.
Mm. So one thing I worked before the test series was on my fitness. I lost around 5 to 6 kgs before that series, so that helped my mental strength. And even when I was in the middle, because it was quite hot in Jamaica at that point of time. It was like 80 to 90% humidity, so I had to be on my top fitness. And even in my game, I made quite a few changes. Credit to Sanjay Bangar for that. He helped me to make the kind of changes, and I was quite open to it because when you're facing Jason Holder and Kemar Roach, you have to be one step ahead of them you can't let them dictate terms. So that is exactly
Hanuma,
what
you
I
have an
was trying
average
to
over
do.
100 with Jason Holder. Don't have to worry now. I'm joking.
Yeah. So I was trying to work on certain aspects of my game and really stick to my strengths. So that is exactly what I did in that West Indies series.
Great. We have a nice comment coming in, but I would not want to get into all of this. Shivang Srivastav says Hanuma Vihari is VVS Lakshman of the team. He is so elegant and mentally so mature. See, in cricket, Hanuma comparisons start. Huh? That's the problem with cricket
Yeah.
and fans. But I would always want to say that Shivang, understand one thing, VVS had his own place and Hanuma Vihari is making his own place. Let's not compare. Let's appreciate both of them. They're doing a fabulous job for the Indian team at the moment. Atul Pandey is asking, Vihari ji, which format you love playing the most, T20, tests or one days? That's a good question.
I think I like the test format because it tests your character and there's a lot of things that goes into test cricket. Not only your skills get tested, but your mental ability gets tested as well. So I like the challenge as I said. Batting at number 6 at one game, batting opening and top of the order at the next game. So it's always challenging. It's always a new challenge every day. Even for a player who's played 100 test matches, coming up the next day, test matches is always challenging.
So, Hanuma, now that you say you've been a top order batsman for your domestic side, now you're playing in the middle order, which means that you're
Yeah.
flexible with your batting order as well. Wherever the team wants to push you, you're ready. Whether it's tomorrow they say, go at number three, so we have specialists but open, or you're ready for any position today.
Yeah, I'm comfortable batting at any position. As I said, my mindset have changed. After batting at number 6 in Test cricket, I've changed my mindset and I've understood that you don't get your preferred position wherever you go. You have to deal with it, and I've come to terms with it now, and I've understood that I have to keep changing my game whenever the situation demands.
Brilliant. Bhupender Barry is saying hello from London, Vihari bhai. Stay safe, stay healthy, bhai.
Thank you. Wish you the same.
Okay. Om says, Vihari sir, you are so grounded and humble.
I try to be, it's something which comes naturally to me. It's not what I've developed or I'm trying to be. It comes naturally to me.
Right, Vihari, which Indian bowler in the nets you feel is very, very good and challenging to face? I have
Uh,
asked this question to all the cricketers who joined me. I thought I'd ask you as well. In the Indian nets, which bowler has?
I would name two bowlers who are quite ruthless in the nets in the Test team. That is Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Shami. They go all out in the nets. They don't think about batsman if he gets injured or something like that. They give in their all. They're not shy of testing our helmets as well. So they're quite intimidating to face.
Oh my God! Because each time I've asked a player, they've all told Mohammad Shami is very, very dangerous. He's like
Yeah,
he really.
100%. Even Jesse
And
is quite dangerous if he's not in a good mood.
oh my God! Oh my! It's always good carrying a chocolate in your pocket, Vihari. Remember that. You can toss it off. Uh, Coming back to the Indian batsmen, we have Pujara,
Yeah.
we have Kohli, we have Mayank Agarwal who's done very well. KL Rahul is
Yeah.
finding its stripes once again in Test cricket. There's Rohit Sharma.
Yeah.
How would you like to, describe your camaraderie with them? Can you share any special anecdote or any memory with any of them batting in the middle on the dressing room?
I think the thing with the test team now is everyone understands their game and others games as well. We know our games well and we know our roles well as well. At the same time, if you see our openers are quite aggressive. Rohit and Mayank who've done well in India, they're quite aggressive and they sets the tone for other players. So we know our roles quite well. So it's not a discussion or we don't have. If we feel something wrong or if we feel we have to communicate, then only we do. We don't do for the sake of just saying things, but in the middle we give ourselves our own space. So that is the best thing within this team at the moment.
Right. Any your favorite left-handed batsman? I'm not getting the right-handed batsman. Left-handed
Yeah,
batsman from past,
yeah,
present.
yeah. My favorite is Kumar Sangakkara, especially in Test
Wow.
cricket. Yeah,
Wow.
his test record is something else. He's done well all over the world. So he's my favorite left-hander.
Right, Test cricket is the real cricket with Bhattacharjee Abhi. and we love to see you in whites, Bhattacharya. But honestly, it'll be great if we see him in blue as well, because at the end of the day, a cricketer has multiple roles and multiple formats to deliver, and I'm sure Hanuma is looking forward to the new challenges and contests ahead as well. Rahul says, "Hey Bihari, sir, many things to learn from your discipline and patience towards something outstanding. Coming to patience, sir, what is the strongest characteristic for a test player to succeed that he should possess within him mentally, Hanuma?"
I think patience, like you mentioned, is one great quality to have for a test batsman. Without having that patience, you sometimes be too eager to score runs. So you have to understand that patience is a virtue in test cricket. You should always be patient and wait for the right opportunity to score against any opposition. That is one big virtue which I have. Patience is something which comes naturally to me. Playing from junior age group as well, scoring a lot of runs, scoring a lot of hundreds is something which comes naturally to me.
Right, you were asked to name your two favorite captains. You had come on Twitter the other day, and your favorite captain, and you said Mami and Virat.
Yeah.
You Can you describe both of them in your words? Like, what's it been associating and interacting with Dhoni, and how different is he from Virat? How the two have made an impact in your life?
Yeah, they both are quite unique in their own ways. They're quite different as well. I think Maibai, I've not played with him. I played against him a few times, but he's quite cool and he's strategically brilliant. I feel he's always one step ahead of the game, and that is the reason why he's always making the right changes in the middle. So that is one thing which I observed and learned from him. And coming to Virat, he's quite passionate about the game. The energy which he possesses is something else. He takes the game to the next level, and it reflects on you. The energy actually reflects to the other players as well. So that is again, he's got that great energy within him, and he's doing a great job for the Indian cricket at the moment.
I'm sure, and it's just that he's also creating a very strong bunch of players in the side. Would it be fair to say that India has the best bowling attack right now in Test matches, or it's equally comparable with Australia and New Zealand? Because look at it, we are winning Test matches abroad. We have Shami, Ishant, Umesh Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah, Navdeep Saini has come in now. What a bunch and what a pool of bowlers we have today.
Yeah, I think we have a bowling attack which can deliver at in any country. I feel whether it's abroad or even in India. In India, we pose. I don't think any other team poses a challenge which we do at home, especially. But we have a bowling attack which is all round. We can deliver in any country. Like we showed, we did well in West Indies. We did well in Australia. Although in New Zealand we didn't do well with the bat, but with the ball we were outstanding. I feel. So we have a very very strong bowling attack. If you want me to compare with Australia, I feel Australia is some bowling attack which didn't do well in the Asian countries so far. They did well
Good
in
point.
England recently, but they've not done well in Asia yet. So we are one step ahead of them at this point of time.
Good observation. Good observation. Rohit Ram, Vihari sir, are you aiming in sport for limited overs?
That is something which I like to do. Like I said, I think I have the confidence and the ability to perform in white ball cricket as well. It's only about the right opportunity, and I'm sure it will come in the future.
Oh yes. Om Sai Prakash is asking who's your favorite actor.
If you come to Bollywood, I think Shah Rukh Khan was my favorite growing up, and he's still my favorite. I like the way he makes acting look so easy.
Right. You should be aiming at getting into the KKR team now. Man. That's simple. You'll meet him, everything will be sorted. But,
Yeah.
uh, but how but how is the Hanuma Vihari as a person off the field? Studious, more calm, relaxed, what we see in batting, or he's got a different side to him at a personal level?
I think it's quite similar to playing cricket. I like to watch a lot of matches. I like to read the other players what they're trying to do. I like to watch football. I read books, so I'm quite studious in sports point of view. Not a big. I watch a lot of football. I'm a big football fanatic, so I watch a lot of football.
Wonderful football. You have a favorite team as well? You follow a club?
Yeah, coming to English Premier League, obviously Manchester United, like all Indians say.
Obviously.
But I follow that team when I was like from since I was 12 or 13. So I follow that team. It's been 13 years of Manchester United fan.
Wonderful. What are your thoughts on the Test Championship, Vihari?
I think it's very interesting. The format itself is very interesting, and it gives us the extra motivation to play Test cricket. Uh, the times have changed. The T20 format is here, but the Test Championship actually gave more motivation for the players. It's like a World Cup in a different format now, and we are in a good position at this point of time. We are leading the table, but I know the other teams are catching up as well. But it's quite interesting, once this pandemic is down and we start playing again, I'm sure that excitement will be back.
Right, Prithvi Raj is calling you the angry man. Off the field, are you the angry man?
Not off the field, I'm angry only when I'm on the field, captaining a side, especially playing for Andhra. Bowlers like him, make me angry because 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 bowlers, fast bowlers are fast bowlers. End of the day.
Wonderful. Hanuma, how did this name come by? Hanuma Vihari. I mean, it sounds very spiritual as well. How did this name come by? It's very unique. I was just
Yeah.
sitting the other day and just looking up, and I was just trying to. How did the entire name of Hanuma come into your existence?
I think Vihari came from my mom. She read a novel, and the hero of the novel was named Vihari. So she liked that name. All everyone thinks that Vihari is my surname, but it's not the case. Vihari is my name as well.
Oh,
My
is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Even I
it's
didn't
not
know
my
that. Okay.
surname. Yeah. So Hanuma came from my dad. My dad is a big Hanuman Bhakt. So my mom wanted me to name Vihari. My dad wanted me to name Hanuma. So he said, let's name it Hanuma Vihari. So that's how it came.
So all I can say is Jai Shri Ram. Everything is in order.
Yeah,
Wonderful. We'll just take another 5 minutes, Hanuma. We don't want to take much of your
sure.
time.
No
Messi
problem.
or Cristiano?
Messi.
Bhattacharya. Okay, Bhattacharya is asking. Tom is asking, if not a cricketer, what would you have been?
I would have studied. I was a good student growing up. So I don't know what I would have done, but definitely I would have pursued a degree and go well in my studies, I feel.
Now that you say you read books and also, I'm sure that would have automatically come as a academics would have come in. Your favorite commentator? Who's asking this question now? Atul Pandey, your favorite commentator?
It's not because he's coach now, but Ravi Shastri was always my favorite growing up. Even all the memorable moments for Indian cricket team, he was always there behind the mic. So he was my favorite.
You answer that like a trace of bullet, let me tell you. Your favorite knock? Aryan is asking.
Uh, I like the Test 100, but my favorite is the 50 against New Zealand in the last Test match which I played. That was my favorite because it was a challenging wicket and the bowling attack was lethal, and I enjoyed the knock.
Oh yeah, Bolt, Wagner and Southey can be a handful as well in those conditions, right?
And that new bowler as well, and the tall
Jamieson,
bowler,
Jamieson,
Jamieson. Yeah, he was
Jamieson.
quite
Oh
challenging.
yes, he was swinging it a lot. I mean, I was also
Yeah,
surprised. He's
yeah.
not too quick, right? It's more a
No,
swing for him, right?
no, it because it comes from such a big height.
I.
He's tall and it comes from that height, and especially when he was pitching it up, it was quite lethal because you don't expect that length from that bowler. So it was quite intimidating, I would say, in New Zealand.
Yeah, in fact, Anudeep is saying, please ask him about the New Zealand series. Please ask Bihari about the New Zealand series. That's what we are discussing, Anudeep. So, fair to say, New Zealand has been most challenging for the batsmen as well, Indian batsmen.
Yeah, it was a disappointing series for our batting unit, but I thought after all those good tours which we had, West Indies, Australia at the home series, we were bound to have one bad series, and we had a couple of bad games, but that tends to happen, and we can come back in Australia.
Pakshal Jain is asking, how do you spend your time in the lockdown now?
Like I said, I watch a lot of TV series, a lot of movies, spend time with the family, help them with the household things. So that is how it is going so far. Hopefully, we get back to the ground quick as soon as possible. I can't wait to get back to the ground.
Yeah, I'm sure you all must be eager to be in that battle together. I'm Srinath is asking toughest Ranji bowler you have faced.
That is a good question because growing up, I faced a lot of difficult bowlers. Still, I still face a lot of tough bowlers. But one bowler, if I have to choose, is Pankaj Singh.
Oh,
Uh,
is it? Oh, wow.
he's a legend in domestic cricket. Even Vinay Kumar, for that matter of fact. Those two bowlers, they are quite challenging on a helpful wicket, I feel.
Pankaj Singh was this close to making his debut in England, if I'm not wrong. He had
Think he
done.
played one game. If my memory serves right, I think
Oh,
he
is it?
played
I'm,
one
I'm
game
sorry.
where Jadeja dropped Alistair Cook off him. So that is
Oh,
one
yes,
or two
yes, yes,
games.
yes, yes, yes.
I don't remember correctly, but I think he made his debut in 2014.
Yeah, should have played more. There are many stories like that in Indian
Yeah,
cricket. Who just, yeah, I totally understand. Oh, yes. Pankaj Singh. Vinay Kumar too did spend a lot of time in
yeah,
Indian cricket and done well for Karnataka.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, just one last few questions. Childhood friends, how's it been spending time there in Andhra,
Um, Actually, I've grown up in Hyderabad since I've
Hyderabad?
yeah started playing cricket. I've been in Hyderabad, but because I have not gone to school much, I have not made much friends. All I did was batting in my childhood, so I didn't make much friends. I was always focused on my game. So even now, I don't have many friends. I have few friends who are close, but I don't have many friends off the field. All the Andhra teammates are quite close to me on the field. Even off the field, I talk to them a lot. But outside cricket, I don't have much friends.
Right, and how's the adulation and attention been ever since you played for India and you've earned the respect for from your contemporaries? How's it been? How much has life changed around you in terms of the attention coming your way and fan following, Hanuma?
Yeah, that is always there. Once you go up in any field, you get that attention, and obviously, especially cricket in India, it's like a religion to everyone, and you get that attention. At the same time, you get criticism as well. So I've come to terms with it. I've come to terms that uh, I have to, be grounded and take criticism the same way which I take the praise. And as I said, I've come to terms with it.
Right, everybody's saying speak in Telugu, sir. Speak in Telugu. Few words in Telugu. I mean, I'll be more than happy if he speaks, but I'll not be able to understand. But I don't have a problem. Y'all can ask him questions in Telugu. Stark, Wagner, or Bolt?
Uh, I think Bolt in New Zealand is quite challenging. Stark wasn't his best when we played last time in Australia. He was struggling a little bit. Wagner poses a different threat, but Bolt has got that all-round ability to swing the ball at pace. So I would pick Bolt.
All right, Prithviraj, please tell us. Prithviraj is saying, please tell us about quarantine cooking skills.
Yeah, I cooked a lot in this
Oh,
quarantine. I know
oh, is
I've
it?
learned one new skill. I never knew how to cook before this. So quarantine has actually taught me one new skill to cook, and I'm happy that I'm doing it.
Brilliant. We just started to get a lot of followers as well tracking in. But Hanuma, I'll have to say that it's been a pleasure. I talking to you. I'll tell you why. I just feel I am in the middle order right now, batting with you in the middle, and I've left
Yeah,
everything to you. And I'm playing the second fiddle, and you've taken anchored the entire innings and the show. Yeah, I must admit that of what we've seen of you in the 9 Test matches. There's
yeah,
so much of confidence, and as Kohli pointed out, you bring in so much of factor that is
yeah,
equally so assuring for every Indian cricket fan as well. Watching tense cricket matches in Australia, West Indies,
yeah.
New Zealand, England, you've been fabulous, and wish you the very best.
Thank you,
And
thank you, Mikkhail.
also the fact that you're aiming to break into say a limited over side in the future or get an IPL opportunity once again. I just hope that comes very soon because you deserve it. Because Rahul Dravid used to always say that the ones who perform at the domestic level consistently are the
Mm.
ones who are complete batsmen, and the ones who play test cricket at the highest level are the ones who can play any format of cricket.
Yeah, true that. I always believe that as well. Thank you.
Yeah, from everybody on Dial C for Cricfit, from the fans as well, from the team as well, and from my side, Hanuma, Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for spending time with us. I really,
Pleasure.
really appreciate this.
Pleasure, Mikkhail. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. All right, then that was Hanuma Vihari. Had a wonderful chat with him. So much that we can listen from him. His struggles, his hard work, his patience, the way he's changed his game, the way he's maneuvered things. अगर आपको cricketer बनना है, if you have to follow somebody's story, I guess Hanuma Vihari is a great example as well. I would like to thank each one of you all today to have joined us on Dial C for Cricfit on Cricfit. It's been a wonderful session that I've had, and thank you all for your questions. It's been just phenomenal to get so many questions from your end, and you all tuning in for such a long time. Rahul, thank you for your time. Karthik, Aryan, Mahesh Ballappa, I'm sorry, couldn't take your questions today. Sahil Shah, next time we'll take your question. And honestly, once again, we've enjoyed bringing you. We are lining up a few more Indian cricketers in the coming days, so stick around, stay tuned. We'll get you some names. Robin Uttapa will be joining us very soon. I'm sure you want to ask him a few questions. It'll be fun discussing cricket with Robin. And a wonderful guy and a wonderful personality. So I'm sure we'll all want to ask questions. This video will be saved. It will be put on our story as well. In fact, it'll be put on our IGTV, so you can access it from there. And do join me as well on Instagram. I'm there as Mikkhail Vaswani. You can follow me over there. And then, yes, we will catch up very soon. All right. Rishi, thank you very much for your kind words. Really wonderful. If you have enjoyed the show, just send us a thumbs up so that we get to know that we are doing something good over here. I'm trying to get a women's cricketer as well home. Give us some time. And I'm in talks with somebody. Please bring Bhuvi. I'll try getting Bhuvi for sure. Hanuma was wonderful. Yes, I really enjoyed talking to him. I very rarely do I enjoy talking, for such a long time with somebody. But Hanuma is so comforting in his speech and so comforting in his style of presentation that you really, really like listening him to for a long time. I will take a live next time for sure. Don't get me wrong. Next time we are going live as well with the fans. We'll take 2-3 lives there as well. All right. So we'll call it a day today. Thank you everybody. बहुत मजा है आप सबसे बात करके. My Instagram ID is Mikkhail Vaswani. You can look for it. Yes, we'll try getting Riddhiman Saha too. Miknat Vash, thank you very much for your comments and participation as always. Thank you to each one of you all. Enjoyed. And Rishi, you're most welcome. I'll have to say good night and goodbye for now, but very soon we will catch up again with a new live. Yes, Om, quickly ask me your questions, then I'll go out of it. Oh, my spelling, Mikkhailvaswani. That's the spelling. Prithvi Shaw, will try getting him as well. Quite a sensation he has become. We'll try getting as many cricketers. See, the aim is to ask your questions to them so that you can have a discussion with them, so that you can get up close and personal with them. That's the plan. That's the aim. Okay? And on Dial C for Cricfit, that's what we try to do. We try to bring the cricketer and the fan, and we try to bring them close together. Okay. Chalo, for now, I'll say goodbye, and I'll catch you all very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.